But if I told you every man you've ever loved is running on three things, just three, and almost none of them will ever say that out loud. Not because they're hiding it, but because nobody ever told them they were allowed to need anything at all. I didn't believe this either. I thought I understood, man. I was wrong, and I was figuring out how wrong changed the way I look at every man in my life. For years, I ran on one theory: men are complicated, moody for no reason, impossible to predict. Men aren't hard to read. We were just taught to read the wrong things. Here's the first thing that broke my old thinking. The moment nothing is guaranteed, before the title, before the routine, before the comfort, that's the only moment that tells you the truth about someone. Not chemistry. Chemistry lies. Chemistry tells you who you like. It says nothing about who you can trust, and I spent years letting one answer the other. If you take nothing else from this video, take that. Stop asking chemistry a question it was never built to answer. Here's the idea that actually rewired something in me. Strip away the confidence, strip away the jokes. I'm fine. The silence when something's clearly wrong. Underneath all of it, almost every man is running on exactly three things: support, loyalty, and intimacy. Three words, letting actually go into each one, because saying them fast is easy. Understanding them is where this gets interesting. Not the "I support you, babe," you say on autopilot, but real support. In this context, means being the one place a man doesn't have to perform. Think about it. Every day he walks into a world that's quietly keeping score. At works, against other men, sometimes just in his own head, before anyone else even gets the chance. He's expected to have the answer, hold the composure, carry the way without flinching. Support is the one relationship where none of that is required, where "I don't know what I'm doing" is allowed to be said out loud and nothing falls apart because of it. Word two is loyalty. Here's where it gets uncomfortable, because loyalty isn't really about cheating. That's the shallow version. Loyalty is about being someone's safe place when he's not at his best. Anyone can be loyal to a man who's winning. Loyalty is staying steady when he's not, without turning it into a lecture, without using it as ammunition later. That's the difference between "I'm with you" and "I'm with you as long as." Most people don't realize which one they're actually offering until things get hard. Word three is intimacy. I want to be careful here because this is the word people jump to conclusions about the fastest. It's not just physical, it's the willingness to actually be close, to be let in, not just tolerated. Real intimacy is what happens when someone feels safe enough to stop guarding. It's built in these small moments long before it shows up anywhere else. The way you listen, the way you make space for him to actually be known instead of just useful. Skip the first two, and the third one becomes hollow. That's the part most people miss. Intimacy alone cannot do the things that support and loyalty does. Here's what ties all three together. Every one of them is really about the same thing: permission. Permission to be tired, permission to be not okay, permission to be known instead of just needed. We hand women permission to need things out loud. We hand men a script that says, handle it, don't ask twice. One of those scripts breaks people quietly over years, and nobody notices until it's too late. I'm not saying this framing is flawless. It flattens people. Not every man fits it. Plenty of women carry the exact same silent exhaustion, but the core of it is undeniable. The men around us are running on far less of all three than we ever assumed. Out of those three, support, loyalty, and intimacy, Which one do you think the man in your life is missing most? Sit with that before you scroll past this video. Here's where I have to be. Here's where I have to be straight with you because that's the only reason any of this is worth saying. This isn't a universal law, it's a generalization, and every generalization leaves someone out. But I wasn't looking for a rule book. I was looking for one true thing about how differently men experience the world. I found it. Everything that didn't hold up, I left behind. This entire idea came from one book, Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man by Steve Harvey. I expected to roll my eyes through it. Instead, one page rewired how I see every man I know. If you want more ideas that actually change how you see people, not just more content, subscribe now because I'm sharing new book and a new idea every week. And here's the one thing to do this week. No excuses. Pick one man in your life, give him one of three support, loyalty, or intimacy. In a way, he'll actually notice, not vague, specific. Watch what it does to him. That's the idea. Three words: support, loyalty, and the permission to be tired. If it landed for you the way it landed for me, tell me in the comments and tell me where you'd push back because I did too. Thank you for being here. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe because as I told, I'm sharing a new video and a new idea every week. See you in the next one.